It really doesn't get better when you suck. When your whole life is like this destructive force and the only thing you can enjoy is like trying to tear people down. And I know that sounds ironic because people consider the forum as like an inherently destructive thing, but really the forum is a construction. It's a building up, it's a community. It's a built up community. Keffals does not build anything. The only thing that he enjoys is ruthlessly tearing down other people's careers, other people's shit, and then also his own community. He likes to go through and convince, like, you hear him talking about how he's not happy after like 13 years of medical transition, of trying to find himself. But then what does he dedicate his life to? What is his charitable cause that he is committed to? It's getting kids who watch his Twitch streams, who follow down the exact same path, to get them on hormones as young as possible, get them on puberty blockers, even if it means like teaching them how to buy Bitcoin so that they can hide their purchases, so they can get Brazilian bathtub hormones delivered to them and shit. It's just never ending. And then 13 years down the line, after Keffals is done with them, they will also realize, oh, it doesn't get better. Because these people, they come to Keffals in like this place of hurt where they're trying to find answers to complicated questions like, why am I unhappy? Why do I feel bad about my body? And they somehow end up watching his streams because of the whole trans shit, which is like a fucking brain parasite this time. And then instead of like any kind of like brotherhood or real advice or actual answers, he's just like, yeah, inject, HRT into your fucking bloodstream, bro. Cut off your dick, bro. It'll get better with time. And then after a long enough amount of time, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, it doesn't get better. I'm back on antidepressants again. I'm still as miserable as ever, actually, as a matter of fact. It's very funny. By the way, I was trying to find this video that was shared, which I enjoy. See, my Kiwi Farms is up enough to play this. Let me make sure that my limiter is on for this. I know it gets quite loud. I'll drop it down to 8.
Because I know the owner of Kiwi Farms is going to watch this video, I have a couple of words for Joshua Moon. Joshua, you were complicit in making multiple people commit suicide. You have made enemies everywhere. The legacy you are going to leave behind in this world is one of creating and operating a platform that for nearly a decade has one day, you are going to get slumped, and your entire life is going to collapse like a piece of cards. And when that day comes, no one.
It's just so funny. It's going to be even funnier when it happens to Liz Fawn Jones. I mean, I don't know. I think even the smart thing to do at this point would just be to ignore Keffals, but it's just like, you had the option to not be such a destructive parasite hobgoblin, and you like actively chose every step of the way until you're like so inebriated that you can no longer wake up in the morning and try to inflict yourself on as many people as possible, for no reason, for literally no reason. The original, if you don't remember, the original claim, the original thing that I talked about him for was that he managed to get Destiny banned from Twitch, and then he went on Twitter and he bragged about deplatforming Destiny. I'm thinking, like, how unabashed is it? Because the line that he says, like, haha, Destiny, I literally got your primary source of income severed. Haha, maybe don't do things that upset me. Haha. It's like almost word for word that. It was completely and totally, barefaced and naked, and it's like grotesquity. And it's just like, all I said was that that's fucking gross. You shouldn't go after people's incomes. You want to have a debate, but it's like, this person thinks they control things because they're a tranny, and they get away with it, and nobody cares. And then he took this as casus belli to try and start a crusade against my forum. And then a year later, he has literally nothing to show for it. Even the money. I remember being upset about how he raised 100,000 Canadian dollars for some fucking lawsuit against the. I was like, what fucking bullshit that this loser gets to grift this obscene amount of money that some people don't earn, like most people don't earn in a year, even in the US and in Canada. And what does he do with it? He squanders it. Every penny. every fucking penny goes to drugs. And the only thing that came out of it legal wise is he filed a free human rights complaint with the Human Rights Tribunal of Canada, who then came out and said that there was no wrongdoing by the London, Ontario police. That was it. That was the entire arc. And now everyone fucking hates this guy because he's such a lying piece of shit. And he's so aggressively unlikable. It's like, I don't know. I try not to be too smug because, you know, smugness is pride before fall, right? But it's just like, I can't help but laugh. I just can't help but laugh. Oh, you're back on antidepressants. I don't know. Have you tried not being such a total piece of shit? Have you considered that maybe, even gender stuff aside, have you considered that maybe you're unhappy because you subconsciously realize what a terrible fucking cunt you are? And how obnoxious and unlikable and destructive you are, and how everybody around you eventually leaves. Even your fiancés leave you because you're so toxic. You're toxic. My life partner's skin is melting off from standing next to me for so long. I wonder whose fault this is. You know what it is. You know it's an internal thing. My sarcastic here. It's just good to see bad things happen to bad people. There's only one thing that Keffals can do that would worry me. Because it's spiteful enough. It's right up his alley. And he would totally blame me for it. I'm already thinking like, oh, this fucking idiot. Oh well. That's the Keffals thing. That was funny to me. I laughed.